Okay, we're live. Yeah, perfect. Okay, see. We are making a build right now. I'm gonna upload it so that people can play it with me if they want to. Um, I think it's gonna be okay to play it. See, I updated the visuals. Oh yeah, it's still building. Okay, so today we're gonna go over multiple things. I am still kind of messing with the environment. I do need to write some things down. Okay. So we have some things that I do need to work on ASAP. The most important things. The first one is uh, saving last location. And then I want to set up like checkpoints, points for healing, saving. So when you get to these checkpoints, that's how you heal, so that you don't heal every time you move to scenes. So you'll probably retain. I'm gonna save the amount of health you have and the amount of XP you have as you go, and the checkpoints are the way you save, maybe, depending on what you guys think. If there's any feedback uh, on what you guys think, because right now it hurts to die, and so having a checkpoint, maybe having going back to saving every time you want, or we just save it all the time so you never lose your level. But that can be too easy. I don't want to make it too easy, so that's what I'm trying to figure out. Is should we be able to keep the XP even if we die? So maybe keep that in mind. Um, I prefer to keep it hard and then slowly make it easier. So we're just building right now, waiting for build so that you guys can play. So yeah, so definitely want to save where players last finish the game or where they close the game. So every time you go from place to place, you save the last place you were in, and it'll save you there. Uh, hmm, Definitely priority one. Then the next thing I also need to do is detect walls for enemy shooting. Detect walls or detect um, line of vision, or create some kind of line of vision for each monster. So that way, if the player is not within sight, they won't attack the player. Um, that way, they don't shoot through walls. That's my thought. So I'll do that, because that would be easier than trying to make sure and it'll stop the monsters from wasting mana, because now the monsters have mana too. The other thing we're doing is so like I showed you guys, we have, let me see, I have it somewhere here. As want to update people, we do have writers now for the game that are working on the lore and what it entails. So for those that are playing the game and actually wanting to give feedback to the game, definitely be on the lookout, because they'll be more involved with you guys and with the players. But this is kind of the generic concept of where we got last time. Last week we were building these out, and I had all these, and I still haven't finished. So I need to get. So what I decided to do is because the map, see where the map is. Start here, there. And here we have the map. And so what I'm gonna try to do is create a white box of this right here, so that you could go around and back to that to this dungeon. So if I create all this in a loop and see if it feels good, and just kind of block it out, we can get a lot of fun stuff out of that. So that's the initial goal. And so we have some ideas. So I have Midjourney here. This is just like from a drawing, some styles. So we have all kinds of environments that we're working on for each location. They're not going to look exactly like this, but they will be a low poly version of these. So the idea is that the world will have different locations, looks, and so these are for the specific section. So we'll have islands somewhere that will do different places, and these are just like random generated. They're not the final result at all. They're just concepts so that we could use to then kind of figure out what each place, the vibe or the colors or what it could look like. There's been a lot of water, so I gotta figure that out. But we'll have different places. So this is kind of like us traveling. So right now, I'll show you. So we have, you could tell, we have this. And so the idea is to say, okay, if we zoomed in here really close, what does this look like? And then kind of say, okay, well, like there's a cliff of an edge, and if you fall off, you die. But there might be ways to get down there. And so at each location, we have spots. So this is like the fountain area that I was trying to figure out for this. So the fountain right here, because this is where we're gonna go after. And so we're still figuring out. So I'm in here and I have to figure this out next. And I'll show you where I'm at once this is done. It's almost done. Okay, so I'll upload this so that we can play and you guys can see things working out. Let's see. Get the for the chat. Okay, I'm all set up now. Almost done. Takes about probably like 10 minutes to this. I have. See. We'll have an artist that will do better than do this kind of stuff. Right now, what we're doing is I get an idea of how to do that, and then we'll concept up the environment, and then make it parkour. So I might take out the enemies eventually. I did create a puzzle for you guys, and I'll show you when this finishes. I hate it. I should have. Yeah. Okay, so Otto was asking. So if you guys are gonna play, you need to use the trigger. So there's no tutorial, but basically the trigger, you hold it and you draw. So use trigger. Okay, so we have our build. We can upload it, so you guys in a few minutes will be able to play with me. Okay, so go over. So I have a new thing. I just white boxed this so that you have to collect the runes to open the gate. So we have this room, this meh room. Don't like it that much, but it's something. So I'm just putting stuff down, kind of like just This is the first. You have to basically gather the runes and put them here in the right order to the unlock the next room. And so that's why I need to do a saving spot, because we're gonna unlock that. And then we have a new mechanic. So this, when this unlocks, we'll see that. This one will go to 1-1. Once we go to 1-1, now we're in this place where we had before. And then you can either go to, well, right now we only have that area. So once, hopefully everything still works the same way as before. And then we can head out to the next area. And this is the next area will be 1-1. And if we can get through, oh no, the next area is 1-5. So the next area, if we can get through and it works, you can go through this. So we have a new layout. This is very, very rough. Like, and this is to kind of get an idea to see if this will work out. But basically, we have what we think like the map. So if I look at the map layout, this map layout here, okay, and then I believe, yeah, we have that one. But once we get there, I believe that's 2-1. So we're in the new region. So 2-1 is here. Let me pull up the zones. I think it's on this one. Let me check. So we have in here the lore, the stuff, environment here. So here we have like region 1 is here inside and on the top of the mountain. When then you transfer over to 2, which will be the grassy area. So that's why we have this concept where I just went over. Let me see if I can find the reference that I was looking at. Oh no, did I take it down? So we have here. Okay, here. So we have these kind of to highlight. So I picked this one. So the idea is that it looks kind of like rocky, not the gray rocky, but see, this is the path that you're going through. You have some places to parkour. You have some trees that are covering the area, and then you're just gonna have monsters and things to do here. So that's what I'm trying to figure out. It's like how to make this a parkour area. And this area is the transition that I was showing you earlier. Here is right here. So if we were to zoom in here, we have, I can't, I'll just download. So if we zoom in to like right here, we're transitioning into here. This is the area with the trees and the area. And then the next room will be the fountain place area, maybe like a town and stuff. But right now we're just doing this. And as you can tell, we have, check. Art. So if we go in here, we should have, see, this is the map of what it would be like. And so that's the idea, is to make these kind of not identical, but it gives me a starting point for these, right? So then what we're doing is that we have this first section, and the next section will be these places right here. And you might be at the edge of the cliff here. And so the idea is that this will be the opening for that location on here, right here, because then you have strips of land on the side that you could fall off of. So this is very high up, and then you kind of figure out how to get down into the other places. And so we're gonna start playing. So we're gonna go back from the beginning. If you want to play, it should be ready. We have 26 people that are. Let me see. Could be version 46. You can download it now. It's ready. So version 0046. If you want to play, Um, get in. I just uploaded it. And I'm gonna play. Check. I get my headset, and we're gonna test it out from the beginning to end. And I might hit the microphone a couple times. Let me make sure. Okay, let's do this. Okay. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna start. I'm at level 0. Like, and you won't be able to get past this until you have like the ability to. Let me. Let's. Oh no. Sorry. Your spells by pressing the left settings button. Spells. Oops. Well, okay. This doesn't work. I'm just gonna link. Okay. Okay, that's better. Okay, so in here we have some C fighting. I need to fix this. Okay, and we're leveling up right here while we're in training room type thing. Okay, leveled up. C. Cool. Okay, so there's more people. Have some VR at level 12. Should be able to level up better now. Should be up. Go to the next level. Should save him. If you think you're gonna die, the best tip I could do is just say get ready to go out back where you came. Okay, go back where you came. Save. Save your information. Okay. You guys will keep spawning. That's your. Just trying to gain levels because I'm gonna need levels to get through. It'll be so really bad. Okay. Now I'm just trying to go through the game and make sure it's playing all right progression wise. That I know I need to change some stuff to help the player. But like that, this wall's not fix that. It's an easy fix. Wall work here. The puzzle to solve, which there'll be something like an hit toggles oh my gosh, that guy was crazy. Some of them shoot really fast, but they'll waste mana. Okay, I'm level 3, so it's getting better. Okay, so I have the circle. I think it goes here. Slap it on another one. And I also need, as another priority, something I need to do is fix the spawning, not the spawning, progression, so that if you unlocked it, it will unlock it for you. And we're working on new spells, like a healing spell will be next, because we know that healing is tough. Level 3, you know. Oh, there it is. What order they're in? Okay, I'm gonna make it. So I'm gonna go back. with the doors being full is to prevent you from those. Someone in here? I don't have for audio. I don't even know if I have audio here. Here. You almost look. Grabbing these will prevent me from drawing. Multitask. I need to kill every monster I can. Without getting. Okay, so I have. Oh my gosh, I died. Dang it. There's a taking. The other thing I can do is almost leveled up. Maybe if I can level up. Oh, so mad. That little. You guys. Hi. Okay. Oh, dang. Where is he? Okay, so I gotta find. Oh, and I didn't change. There's a ground up. Oh, there's no collision. Okay, that's now it opens. Yay, it works. As long as you have the right order that matches up there, we can go into the next. And then see if there's any bugs. Okay. We're almost there. I'm gonna try to hurry, even though I have no. This is the area that it's. Do is make the other room more doable. That's something. This is fine. Difficulty wise, I should be lower because I didn't do any level design on this one. So what I need to do is things that will help me go on higher ground. Right. I don't know what happens if I. Oh, not enough mana. No, no. Those guys. Oh, so close. Gotta wait it out a little bit. Dog. There. Oh. Bit. Gosh, I can't hit. Moving. Maybe I'll just do this guy. Yeah, so the other spell that we're gonna get is a mana spell that will help you regenerate mana. So those are the two things that one that will unlock on this room. This room will be for health. So I gotta rework that. Yeah, I'm just gonna let them kill. There's no. Wait, am I dying? Respawn. Okay. So we don't have a player respawn, so I can't die. Kind of good. So don't abuse this glitch on this. I'll patch it. So it would be nice to die because I don't have any mana. Good level. Dang it. Oh. Oh. Keep messing up. Need one purple at my own patient. Let's see. Can we get it under these? Yo, to fall. I'll break. Yes, I leveled up. No. Oh, I have another wave. No, I'm doomed. Operate. So I'm trying to trying to see what other bugs there are as we play this. Again, another? Oh, I thought I set it to two, but I guess yeah, this is hard for a single player. And they're all up high. To bring him down. Change the. Because there's a bug, but you trying to get through to make see if there's other bugs. Again. What? Okay. Okay. Definitely need some ground monsters. I give up. Okay. Done. Continue. Probably level up from this. Very impatient. Oh. So for a little bit. Okay, we're gonna definitely figure the bug out with this. Things. Write down. Also, problems with that. We just need to change it and okay, there. I leveled up. I finished. Now what? Okay, let's see. remember. Oh, this is more. Oh, like all these are too. I'll change the spawn. This thing. Okay. Whew. And then, oh, I don't even know where I am. Where was it? Okay, so I got turned around. But ideally, this is where you will unlock the healing spell. We might do a mana spell earlier on. That's what we'll do. And then this is the exit. And we're going to go, this is on top of the dungeon. Okay, so we climb up the stairs. Okay, now we are in this new location that I just built that is not very well lit. Gotta that, maybe the skybox. On you might. Are you with someone? Oh, she dropped off me. Me. Okay. There's no monsters now. Just traversing to see how it feels. Not very good. There's a lot of stuff I have to change in the geometry. It was made by someone. A lot of cool. Add some lighting to this. What's going on? Then this is the top block, the fire sword. And then you'll have a healing spell, a mana spell, and then like a melee combat and a distance. Oh, and I forgot to move. Dang it. And is there a respawn? No. Okay. So there's our game. Okay. So we tried to get to where I wanted to. It didn't go so well. Okay. So, yeah, so it takes a lot of playtesting and figuring things out to QA things, but it was good. It's a good thing that I could keep going to see the other bugs. Now we're gonna fix them. And we have our notes. So I know what this is, but we'll check it out anyways, just to make sure. I'm sure we'll find what the problem is. Okay. Come on. Okay, so we have it reloading. So it's just a component that it's missing. That's all. So I need to drag and drop the specific references in each scene. But at least we were able to get from room to room. And the objectives, when they were completed, they unlocked the next step. So from a mechanical perspective, things were working. But not from a design or other like gameplay. Okay, let's see. Okay. Only let me see. On trigger enter the local rig. So it didn't have the local rig. So let's start the central room. I think it's all working. Let's check the respawning mechanic, spawn locations. We also have the player detection. That's the local rig, controller. Okay, so this is what we're looking for, this player spawn. Okay, so in every room. So 1-1. So now we need to look for this. The respawn. It doesn't have the local rig. This is for the initial, yeah. So there's no local rig in it. So we need to give it that local rig. And that will work. Let's go to the monster since we're here. Enemy spawning. Let's see. Our enemy. Thought we didn't have anything, but maybe we do. Okay, because they're separated by rooms. Okay, so we have. Let's take out the rooms we don't need. So this one is not valid room. This room. What? Why is it that? Room 2, room 9. Okay, so some of these, for example, this one. Let's do it's a co-op zone in any spawn location. So let's change that so that they spawn lower. Okay, for now, even though it's easier. Eventually, we will have places to go to spawn. Let's make it a little bit easier. And then this is another room. I think most of them are okay, just that they're too high. This one, don't need anything. Okay, middle hallway, room 5. Okay, so that's fixed. Okay, so when we went to 1-5, we had some issues. Okay, so first is lighting. So let's do yeah, so let's add a lighting. A light, because now we're outside. And so we will need lighting eventually. Light directional. Have directional light. And this is gonna be for now. We want to bake it. Baked. Maybe mixed. We can do mixed, but yeah, sure. Soft. Okay, so I think we can do that. Yeah, there you go. And then let's just try that for now. And then we'll make sure that all these are static. Are they? Oh no. Okay, so change all these to yes, static. Okay, we'll start lighting it. And okay, so That way we can start seeing how it looks. It's not gonna be very pretty, but we'll call it good for now so that we can see where we're going. The next item I gotta fix, maybe add some enemies, but I don't really want to or care much for that on this level because we're just looking to see if the traversing of this is good. Let me see how these are gonna look. I can debug to see like the intent. Yeah, these are too much. Yeah. Yeah, they're super dense. Uh, Gosh. Okay. Yeah. We'll see if that. Yeah, I'm not liking it. Let's just do no shot. Okay. And then we're gonna do. I want to fix the next one more so. Let me change the settings so we can. This is not gonna. We're not gonna do this. Okay, so thought it would be quick. I need to change the settings so they're fast. See. Okay. This one I forgot to move the spawner. Coming from 1.5 should be now here. Those people spawn right here. People coming from 2.3 move from here now. 13.5 is from below, so they're coming from somewhere here if they climb down. I just gotta figure out where I'm gonna do it from. Maybe they'll come here. I'll figure that out eventually. We'll see, like a secret door down here or something people can find. We gotta make sure all these meshes. I'm gonna change these to just have convex shapes, so that way player can't get stuck in between. Oh, come on. And then I gotta fix the default. I gotta fix the respawning. So respawning. Okay, so in here we don't have the local rig. We'll have to do probably what I'm gonna do is do this. Out of bound. Okay, so we're gonna create a prefab. That way we'll just start utilizing it. And if we have something that breaks, we can fix it once and it'll save us time. Player, because this is a player, out of bounds. Okay, so that's that. Right. And then this is the door back. That one's done. Figure that one out. Okay, and then okay, so this is part of where we were at, where I was last time. I'm also, now that I played the game a little bit, I can go back to this one, say, okay, how are we gonna adjust and balance the level, right? Because this side was super hard, and the reason why this used to be hard was because all other rooms were together, so you could explore other rooms before moving on, but now you can't. And so this one, and due to the difficulty stuff, let me change the spawning locations. So we'll still do the same spawning, just a little bit lower. Your head doesn't hurt. And then we had to fix this right here because it wasn't working. The mesh, it just one-sided. And that's why I don't like these models, because first of all, it doesn't even line up here. Horrible, horrible, horrible. Let's see. If I do this, and then I do, let's see if it, no, because it won't let me. It doesn't let me, so I'll duplicate it, I guess, and then scale it. That way I have the bottom and the top, and it should prevent people from going to the top. We'll test that out. Okay, so the mechanics work. The occlusion is not the best, so I'm gonna remove occlusion. Clear bake. Maybe the smallest occluder one. Let's see how that one looks. As if look through here. So let's see. If the player comes this way, then we'll also have to fix the player. Okay, so player comes this way, turns around. Okay, so now it looks like it's working. It's only occluding what it needs to. Okay, so if I'm in this side, look that way, it's going to work. Oh, there's some stuff that's not showing. We'll see. I think that's better. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna figure out what's wrong with the VR rig, because that was awful. Okay, so we have Gorilla Player. Oh, that's what. Okay, the main camera. We have locomotion. Transform. Animation. Okay, so we have this animation, and we're matching the Y rotation on this one, the main camera. And on top of that, we have this. So maybe not match the rotation in this one is match the rotation. That way it doesn't move the head around, maybe, so it doesn't, which doesn't matter much, but let's say. And then we have the arms. Could be pointers there, wrist. Okay, so the wrist. Okay, so the wrist is out. Okay, and then and row. Just trying to make sure everything lines up. For some reason, everything was whack when I was playing. Okay, so let me double check stuff. Okay, so we're gonna go back. And if this is the case, let me check. I just want to see what. Maybe it's because I stepped back in the. Good enough. The first go around in the game is really hard. And I know most games do it where it's actually easier in the beginning. Okay, so looks pretty good. Looks fine right now. I don't know if the scale's off. How it changes as we play. Okay, so if we have the rig, and I gotta, I'll okay, so I have that. Okay, so the main thing is that the camera is right there so that the player doesn't run into stuff, but then that might be pushing stuff out. Maybe having the animation rig be a little bit closer might be good. Let me see. Then that. I did notice there's a discrepancy in the scale, so let me change that. Here looks like I set it to 1. Make sure. Okay, so let me check the right pole. Okay, and then pivot local head. Yeah, the head is in the wrong place. Up at empty is right, kind of. I don't like. Oh man, just a complete mess. Why? Okay. 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 Yeah, so I think for now that's okay. And then I'm just trying to figure out some stuff that set up with a rig. I know this is the stuff that's like tedious and not as fun as some people like, but is crucial for debugging early on so that you can scale later with before you expand stuff. So right now, the two things that I'm working on is content and mechanics. So for content specifically, the VR player and the environment. And so I have an artist on Fiverr that's working on the character, and so I'm constantly trying to figure out how to address certain issues before it's finished. At this, while I'm working on this environment stuff, so that's why I'm play testing a lot, trying to make sure things are working. So while I'm doing the environment, I'm also checking on work from other people, and that's just something we have to balance. Okay, so I'm going to make another build so that way that bug is not on the alpha. Now that it's all working, I'll probably do another test run. I just wanted to make sure that I changed Fusion so that it would work. Okay. Okay. Now I probably won't put this on live because I just showed my Fusion ID, so I'll probably remove this or delete the Fusion ID. It's not a big deal. Okay. Okay, so I'm level 7. Now I gotta see. Oh, what happened? Sideways. Let me test stuff. One. So yeah. So NVR, the rig here. Why is the rig like that? Okay. And then respawn mechanics. Oh, that's the other thing is we have the player over here. He needs to come back. Case. This way. Default case. Don't work out where they're coming from. So in here we should be 1. Spawns you this way. 1, 0 spawns you this way. Oh, the other thing that I wanted to fix in 0-1 for central room. When we come back from the game, instead of spawning here, we should spawn over here. So these are like little things and just daily stuff. Okay. Now let's test it, make sure it's all working. And the other thing is that I gotta see if it saved my coins. Because it should be. Seven now. I have more coins. I have 3,000. So playing with for like a few minutes or maybe like 30 minutes, an hour netted me some coins. You have to make sure these the currency updates as you gain coins. I got from, I don't know if it's updating. This updates, I'm at 38. See what it feels like to be level 7. Levels, if I can get level, kill these. Definitely progress. I can just, I am going through. So when we play, we have platforms. It's not as bad. Because it's definitely gonna. You can decide whether to. Hold up. Oh, really? Level, but Got to balance the waves. Um, make it 2 waves, or maybe make it change the waves for how many players. Let me see. Yeah, I think once I add the detection, like line of sight, it will definitely change the game to be more fair. So they won't shoot through walls. And I still gotta bring down the intensity. What is this room? Go up. Okay, so in here we have the number of waves, and the total waves are 3, but we'll do 2, 4 enemies for now. And the levels are fine, I think. Maybe 9. I don't know. And then we have -0. So this one needs to be balanced. So we have where is so in this one, this enemy zone, spawn interval 3. So so while you're in there, it'll spawn every 3 seconds. Spawn. Let's just do 3, and then enemy spawner. We gotta figure out lowest level 5. Let's do 4 to 8. Okay. Let's see what they say on Discord. Oh, okay. Okay, let me see. Awesome. Okay, so we have okay, so with that, there wasn't a lot of tweaks to the environment. I know we want to. So one of the things that I want to focus is on making sure that the players can go through this. So I'm gonna now build this out so that players can have the latest and be able to test things out and give more feedback. I do think there's a bug with the rig that I have to fix. And we'll be able to, I mean, the next thing is just making it balanced. And then I'll go back to the environment and we'll do that so that players can spawn where they were last at. And that way they can make progress and see other people that are doing the same progress. And then once we have that, we can invite more people to the game to kind of flood the servers more and do playtest together. So that's what's the next steps is just balance the game, do the layout for the entire thing so there's kind of like a cycle and you can go around the world, and put some colors into the environment so you know where you're at location wise, and so that people can start interacting with each other, and so that we can do that. This should make it work. And so right now it's making it fair and remove some of the major bugs, and then go back to the layout, map it out, color it, and I think in a week or 2 we should have some. Probably in a week, we can try having more players or do play session together, so that we can have fun. I do want to eventually, once we have that, we can actually start putting these puzzles. So every room is going to have a puzzle and a side quest, so that you can probably the side quest in the first room will be to unlock the mana spell, and we'll figure that out. And then each room will have something to do, right? And sometimes you'll be able to unlock spells or gain other things. But that's the goal. But before we do that, we have to have a foundation where things are working, things are balanced, they seem fair enough, not polished, not finalized. And once we have that, once the players are polished, The two things I want to that I haven't even touched because of scope is we're going to add Bloom post processing. I have to measure performance, and then second, more enemies and AIs. Obviously, have to do this eventually, but I'm trying to save the things that we can do later, and trying to make sure to keep scope low. And we got a version, so I'm gonna upload this so you guys can check out the latest version 47. And once I have level 48, will have the saving of location, so that it will save where your progress is at. And if you want to go back to the other room, you can. And then I have to figure out certain rooms and rework that. But for now, it will save where you're at, and so that you can go back and forth. And we'll see you next week. We will have an update on this, and we'll be more structured, less bugs and whatnot. See ya on the next stream.